One of the things particularly that's affecting us all in the midst of this crisis is the question about when is it all going to end? You might be tempted to think, when am I going to be able to live again? When's proper life going to be restored? One of the things, if you're a jogger and you do a bit of casual running, I do a little bit myself, is that when you face a hill, hills are hard, obviously, when you run. When you face a hill, one of the things that you reassure yourself with is the thought that, well, this hill is going to come to an end. And not only is the hill going to come to an end, when the hill ends, I know that there's a flat bit, or even better, there's a downhill bit coming after it. And you can get through the hill bit, the hard bit, because you know when the end is coming. One of the great difficulties of this virus that we're experiencing at the moment is we don't know when this is going to end. We don't know when the flat bit is coming, when the downhill is going to come. We don't know how long this is going to last for. We don't know when we're going to get to see our friends again, when the kids are going to go back to school, we can go back to work, when we can start getting back to normal life. One of the markers of 21st century secularism that's in the West is that we've been told we're kind of masters of our own destiny, that choice is king, and that if we just make choices, we can live by those things, and they can be the things that give us our happiness. Now, the problem with when we end up in a virus like this and a shutdown like we have is our choices are wiped away. And so we feel like life can't go on, like we don't have real life. We were looking last Sunday as part of our church in the book of Zephaniah in the Old Testament in the Bible. And in Zephaniah is the name of a prophet. The people of God are surrounded by enemies. They're actually surrounded by an existential threat. Moabites and Ammonites are their enemies. And these Moabites and Ammonites, we're told in chapter 2, are taunting and threatening God's people, and they're jeering at them. Now, these taunts and these threats aren't like playground ones. You know you are, you right you are, but what am I? Or skinny malinks malicious legs. No, these threats and these taunts and these jeers were existential ones. We're going to kill you. We're going to wipe you off the face of the planet. We're going to do for you. You are going to be gone. And of course the people were scared. They're like, what's our existence? How can we live with these enemies around? And God, through Zephaniah the prophet, comes and he says, actually, you can rejoice today. In the Bible, Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 14, God says, sing, daughter Zion, that's a name for God's people. Shout aloud, Israel, another name for God's people. Be glad and rejoice with all your heart, daughter Jerusalem. Be glad, rejoice. You can have life now. How is that possible? How can we have life now? Well, he goes on to say, the Lord your God is with you, the mighty warrior who saves. He will take great delight in you. In his love, he will no longer rebuke you, but will rejoice over you with singing. God says you can live today because you can have me. You can live today because I set my heart on you, because I delight in you. We don't have to wait for the day where we can start living again. Christians believe that we can have life now because we can have God now because he's given his son Jesus. Don't wait for the day that's coming to live, but live today.